What's the deal, my people? You know it is Don Tony Teflon, and I'm back at you another one, and this one is: which main characters will be killed and then raised as a Wight by the Night's King in Season 8, Game of Thrones? Now, if you watch and like this video, if you can, please subscribe and help us try to reach that 100,000 subscriber dream. And thumbs up this video so others can also help us reach that dream. In this upcoming season of Game of Thrones, we can expect two things, no doubt: death and heartache. We are going to receive a lot of that this upcoming season. And it's going to be very sad because right now where we're at, we don't have the huge cast that we started off with in the beginning. We are dwindled down to the select few. And with these select few, as much as most of us, or maybe a lot of you out there, would like them all to survive, we know that most of them have got to die, right? They got to go. That's the bottom line, right? Most of them. I'm saying at least 80% of this cast will be dead by the end of Season 8. And that is very sad to think about. All the people that we have watched all these years, eventually most of them are going to die. But they're going to die in many different ways. But I think a lot of them are going to die in the war, this great war, the war to come, the one for Winterfell, the one with the Night's King. And we know that the Night's King has a particular power, and that is to raise the dead. We have seen him do this with the wildlings in Hardhome, and we have most recently seen him do this with the dragon. And also we've seen him do this with undead giants. Now, we have a little bit of emotional attachment to those things, mostly to the dragon. That which gets people, the dragon. People don't like seeing the undead dragon. But we have a main cast of characters, and I believe that some of these people must be turned into Wights by the Night's King and turned against Jon Snow and the rest of the people trying to defend the realm. That was what would be sad, seeing this happen. So in this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the cast and I'm going to tell you who I believe will be turned into an undead Wight and have to be killed by a main character in the show. Real quick, just to let you know, Con of Thrones, it's on again. The Don has been selected to get on the panel. And if you can, please help the Don get to the con by supporting me on my GoFundMe page. Get the Don to the con. Peace and stay sexy. Cheer! In no particular order, the first person I'm going to put on this list that will be killed and raised as a Wight will be Grey Worm. I think he has survived longer than he should have, and I think that it's going to be very heartbreaking for Missandei. I think there's a good chance that Missandei will be killed by Grey Worm while he's a Wight. It can go down like that this season, but the first person I'm looking at here is without a doubt Grey Worm. Now, the next person I'm going to put that I think is going to be killed and then raised as a Wight is going to be very controversial. I know people don't think this is probably going to happen, but I think that there's a good chance this is going to happen, and I think that person is Sir Bronn of the Blackwater. I know a lot of people think he's going to live till the end. The man is a slippery motherfucker. He survived a lot, but I think just due to emotional factor, I think if Sir Bronn of the Blackwater does get turned into a Wight, and then it will be up to either Tyrion or Jaime Lannister. Most likely Jaime Lannister, because he'll be on the battlefield to take out the undead Bronn. I think that's how it's going to go down. Now, this next person I'm going to list, I don't think it's going to happen in the show, but man, if it did, I think it would be very, very emotional. And that would be Gilly and baby Sam. Could you imagine that? Gilly and little baby Sam turned into a Wight. Little baby Sam crawling on all fours trying to kill Sam, and Gilly coming after trying to kill Sam, and Sam being forced to put them both down. That would be crazy. I don't think it's going to happen, but I do think that would be crazy. So HBO directors, if you're watching this, man, don't, throw that in there. I won't tell anyone you got it from me. All right, all seriousness, it's a possibility that Gilly could got, and that could happen to Gilly, but I don't know if it's really going to go down like that for Gilly and Sam. I think that they may survive till the end when this is all said and done. So let's go to the next person that I do believe is going to be turned into a Wight. All right, the next person going down and going to be raised by the Night's King, I think without a doubt is going to be Podrick Payne. I don't see Podrick Payne making it to the end, and I think that this is going to be very emotional when he gets raised and they're going to have to be forced to put him down. Without a doubt, Podrick Payne, I think, is going down. But we have mentioned a lot of people, not really too many main characters, maybe Sir Bronn, but we know one of the main characters it's got to happen to. I'm looking at everyone. I'm looking at Arya. I'm looking at Sansa. I'm looking at Brienne. Could they do Sansa, kill Sansa off and raise her kind of like a Lady Stoneheart type of plug for the people? It's possible they could do it, but I really think Sansa is going to live to the end. If it's going to happen to any of them, I would have to say it happens to Brienne, but I really want Brienne to be a part of Sansa's Queen's Guard when it's all said and done. If it's going to happen to any of those three, I have to say it has to happen to Brienne. I think that Brienne has a good chance of right now getting turned into a Wight and having Jon Snow and them having to fight against her. Very sad when it happens, but I think it's definitely going to happen. If it's got to happen, it's got to happen to Brienne. Now, there's one other person I think it's going to happen to, and this is, I think, without a shadow of a doubt, it's going to go down like this with this person. And that person is Lady Mormont, Lyanna Mormont. We have seen already the killing of children and the raising of children throughout this show constantly. I think that we're going to see it again with Lady Mormont, that little badass. And I hate that it's going to happen to her, but I really think it's going to happen to her. So you tell me in the comment section, who do you think will be raised by the Night's King and be turned to a Wight and be forced to fight against Jon Snow and his army? Let me know in the comment section. Thank you to all my Patreons. I love you. And thank you to everyone else who supports this channel. And if you like the way I do this, please thumbs up this, please spread this across the realm, and please subscribe. And until next time, you know who it is. Peace! See you at the con, hopefully. And stay sexy.